got a little free time today, so I'm going to get out the 3rd Gen 4Runner and explore a few back roads. We just got a little bit of rain, so could be interesting today. Stay tuned. Now this road is actually a true county road. Well, maybe not county road, but it is a marked road with a road sign. Not exactly a trail, but down here in southern Illinois, some of the roads might be a little questionable. They could be gravel, could be dirt, might have some low water crossings, you never know. But you can find some of these fun roads using Google Maps and OnX Offroad, using the satellite view. And as you can see, a lot of the train tracks don't exactly have gates either, so you got to be a little careful. Trains can move through this area at 50 or 60 miles an hour, so it's always a good thing to kind of stop and look. But yeah, this is a marked road. It does have a road sign. And like I said, some roads down here in southern Illinois can be a little questionable. Now, so far so good on this road. It's pretty smooth. It's not flooded yet. Not quite sure what I'm going to run up on this after the rain that we had. I might get lucky and the low water crossing might actually have a little bit of water to go across. A lot of these roads down here are gravel in between all these fields because there's really nobody that lives out this way. Looks like somebody might have been through here and tore this road up a little bit. So I guess it might be time to kick this thing into 4-wheel drive. Well, it definitely looks like there's some water flowing today. So let's see if I can find a dry spot to get out of my vehicle and take a look. See how deep it is. It doesn't look that deep from here, but I need to get out and take a look. Well, when you come up to a low water crossing and there's water, or any water crossing, you definitely want to get out and take a look before you attempt to just drive straight through it, because you don't want to end up getting in too deep. Hopefully I don't end up slipping and falling in the mud myself. As you can see right in this area, it looks like there's a pretty good sized hole right there, so I'm going to want to stay over here at least make sure one of my tires is over here. I'll want to make sure I'm in four-wheel drive low. And just because this water is moving relatively fast, I think I'm going to make sure, I think I'm going to go ahead and turn my locker on. That way I don't have any issues with my vehicle getting pushed off of this little ledge. If I would end up getting pushed off that ledge, I'm going to be in some serious trouble because that water is fairly deep. And I'm out here by myself, so just if you're ever out wheeling by yourself, just be careful. It only takes just a few inches of water to sweep a vehicle off a roadway, especially if it's moving fast like this stuff is. That water crossing wasn't that challenging, but you do need to make sure you look at before you cross that kind of stuff every time. That way you can see where there's holes and see where you might get yourself into trouble or hung up. Because you definitely don't want to get hung up in the middle of a water crossing. That's a real quick way to get your vehicle swept away. It's also really good to know that some of these roads that are on a map, actually see how rough they are. Especially if you live in a fairly rural area like I do. These roads may be on a map, but definitely don't want to be taking a car down these roads. You're not going to get very far and you're going to get stuck very quickly. You know, a road's going to be real interesting when the sign says dry weather road only, road closed when wet. Most likely probably going to be dirt. So it's always worth checking out. Just be careful when it's muddy. There's a good chance you might get stuck. One thing when you're out exploring and checking out some of these roads that might appear to be a little rough, there's a good chance you're going to come across some other side roads and stuff that don't have street signs. It's not really a good idea to go down there. That's someone else's property, most likely. Even if you don't see no trespassing signs or posts or trees painted purple, just don't go trespass on other people's property. Definitely use something like OnX to be able to see if it's public property or not, or if it's a public road or an actual marked trail. It's just not good to trespass on other people's property. And as I will say again, yes, this is a legal road that does have a street sign. As you can see, it's a little bit rough. And you'll never be able to find these kind of roads if you don't just get out and explore. Now the big question is which way do I want to go? Both of these roads look equally interesting. So I believe I'm going to choose to go right. Double checked my map, and this is still the road, so let's see if it's even passable or not. This road doesn't look like it's had maintenance in a long time. Well, I've come up on a bridge that no longer exists, so I guess I better turn around and backtrack. It's kind of what happens when you get out and explore sometimes. You just come up and sometimes the road just ends, even though it's still there on the map. This is going to be about all the exploring I get to do today. I've got to head on home now, but just get on out there, check out what's around you. I was having fun. Got the truck a little muddy. Didn't get stuck. It's all a good day. Just make sure that you have some recovery gear with you just in case you do get stuck. You don't necessarily have to have a winch. As you can see, I don't have a winch. I would like to have one, but I currently don't have one. I do, however, have some recovery boards, a shovel, and some tow straps with me, just in case I did get stuck. So it wouldn't have been that big of a deal as long as I didn't get stuck really bad. The good thing is, in this area, there is kind of cell service, so I'd probably be able to make a phone call if I needed to. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Please give me a like and subscribe. I'm not going to share any details on where these locations are at because I don't want them torn up by other people. Sorry, that's just the way it is. There's too many people out there that are trashing up the trails and trashing up these different roads, and I don't want this area to get closed off. Please check out one of my other videos. I'm going to link up here. I'm going to link another one down here in the lower corner too. Please check them out. But thanks for watching. Get out there and explore. You never know what you're going to find.